back to Queens. It never existed, maybe 20 years before it existed. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the 18th winter camp that I'm running in Queens. Wow. 18th winter camp. So close to 1,000 children, Baruch Hashem, participated in winter camp since I came back here in Shilton. And if it's not, so we'll do what the Gemara does. We'll round it out to the nearest good number, and we'll make it Chai. So we're going to talk something in Indian from Chai. And this is a gewaldige Zach, because the Metzias is that if these kids were not in winter camp, they would be watching television and playing Pokemon and Superman and everything else at home. And the fact that they're coming to yeshiva, to shul, to Chabad every day, and to Talmud, and to put on tzitzis, and yamim, and brachas, and eat kosher, it's poshet kipshutay mitzvahs, and I support them every single day. Huh?
Do we have 85 tzitzis?
I have about 40 pairs of tzitzis with Chabad, but we'll probably have to get some more from upstairs.
The boys are much more. Like 50
yeah, the girls are not mechuyev wearing tzitzis. Not at Chabad, not yet anyway. So we'll need a bar from releasing some tzitzis. If you have to buy, you'll tell me, well, my tzitzis is not a problem. The ikr is the cheshivas of the Indian. Some years we have bachrim that are not so interested, and some years we have bachrim that are mamish, full-fledged. And the years that the bachrim are in Gansen involved are the years that we had the best winter camps. And we had some beautiful, beautiful winter camps, Baruch Hashem, through the years. And it was 100% without a doubt because of the bachrim, nothing else. So I want you to know that it begins with you and it ends with you, kipshutay. So therefore I want to tell you thank you in advance. Even though Mikta Shvach of Lefanov, at the end of the camp, Kumuvon, there's also a thank you. There's going to be a super shlem with the Taika. There's also going to be a sefer that you give out of appreciation. Also every day you get money for supper. We reply also every morning with breakfast and lunch. So you don't have a worry there. Also transportation to and from. Kumuvon to be on time so that we can run camp properly. So the first thing is I want to thank the Bachim. That's the first thing. I want to thank you all because you took that Rebbe. That's number one. And I'm just a shliach Chosek HaMemoreh, so I'm really nothing also here. I'm just a shliach. But the bottom line is that without us, it doesn't get done. Most important thing, without a doubt, in winter camp is safety. I'm running camp for 17 years. Yeah. I've probably head counselor, directed, and led camps for a few thousand children in multiple different countries. And I cannot tell you the importance of safety. The kid comes safely to camp, he has to make it back home in one piece. And I'm talking about not even a scratch. The kid goes back home and he tells his mother or father that I got hurt in camp. He has no idea what type of lifelong trauma it will have on the child. And I'm talking about physical hurt, I'm talking about mental hurt, I'm talking about any other type of abuse possible is the most important thing that we have to be careful with. Kids are fighting, you don't pull them by the neck, kids can get wild, they get excited, don't grab them by their pants, don't rip their shirts. You have to think of the best techniques possible to see to it that these kids are controlled without using physical control. Obviously there are times you have no choice, you have to stop the kid, you have to pull a kid, but regularly the best way to speak to these children is verbally and not to use hands in any way whatsoever because it literally can turn a family and a child off in ways that you cannot imagine. Years in camp I have lost and have hurt multiple families because of little things that happened in camp. And that goes without saying, obviously safety on the bus, the kids should stay seated. When they're getting in and on and off the bus, on the sidewalks, on the street, the kids don't run around, how to control it.
On the bus.
Yeah, first of all we're going to have tickets, I have ready tickets. You'll do a raffle special for the bus, a bus raffle. At the end of the week there'll be prizes just for the bus, it'll be a separate color. They give you a roll of tickets and a box just for the bus.
Yeah, like seatbelts maybe?
No,
the biggest thing was the driver.
Yeah.
If the driver stands up and he stops the bus.
Yeah, but Bukhari it doesn't know English. They tell the bus driver where to go and what to do. Nonetheless, it works. Yeah. The point is that they have to give them schar v'oinish. You have to tell them you'll come to camp tomorrow. You're not going on the trip. Schar, of course, is they're going to get a prize at the end of the week. We'll get also Laffy Taffies. We'll buy them today. I'll give you money already, so you have it for tomorrow. And lollipops and candies. Call me the mate to be able to incentivize the children. But I cannot stress to you enough how important it is. In the building, I've had multiple lawsuits in the last 10 years in the building. Rain type you cannot even imagine. Where we were zero negligence, the kid fell, the lady fell, and it's mamish correct. Whatever we can do to maintain the safety and security of the children in every which way possible has to be number one computer. You know, there's Qiyam HaMitzvahs and then there's Shmiras HaMitzvahs. Understand? There's Qiyam, there's giving them fun and giving them a program, and then there's Pashut showing them, Pashut watching them that they should be healthy in life. So that's number one. Look at the bus, in and out, to and from, so on and so forth. Every single morning there's going to be an attendance. That means you don't go anywhere, don't do anything, don't split up a group until every single kid is accounted for. It means in the beginning of the day we have kids, in the middle of the day we have a second account, we have lunch, how many kids, and at the end of the day, before the kids go home, every single kid needs to be accounted for. So we'll make a list of each group. Oh, Shalom Aleichem. We'll make a list of each group. You make a list of each group and all the kids, just so you know everybody's here. Obviously, the Bakim that are in charge, Chaim Both and other Chevra, will take care of these inyanim to make sure that the attendance is taken properly. It's mamish negea, both from our perspective of knowing how many kids are here in safety, and also from insurance perspective, we need to know how many kids are in the building, and also because it's a very big group this year, and all you need to do, and it's happened, that a kid was left behind. I remember one year in Gemach Yisrael in the summer, we came back from a roller skating trip, and Pashit left a kid in the roller skating rink. And they only realized when they were 5 minutes away from camp. How come? Because the kid went to the bathroom, the counselor was a Yupul, Mendrik, and he Pashit didn't count his kids. And he said, yeah, everybody's here, but it wasn't. And then, of course, I get the blame, and I'm at bad at counselor before we pull it off. So it's Namish Negeh that we take care of that. So attendance. Third thing is, obviously, the programming is going to be established in advance so that every day you'll have a theme. Yeah, theme every day, arts and crafts every day. The shul, the building, I was just telling everybody at the same time, you have the dining room, it's going to be available to you the whole day. I'm giving the yeshiva one small room to use for breakfast. And you'll have one other big room which you can split up into one or two groups. The dining room should fit comfortably 150 people. The shul is not available. Downstairs in the dining room, they're going to be upstairs. They have the Besmedish, two sides of the Besmedish. They're going to have the library, and then the upstairs. You have the whole time. We have a Stars of Israel, Kochel Israel, a yeshiva that takes kids from public school. Tries to, anyway. It's a middle school. We have about 225 Talmidim. It's not about Shemaisis, but it's in our building, so we try to give them kind of the machine a little bit later. The guy worked for my father for many years before. Anyway, the kids are their tenant, and they're in the building. And they're about to come in and out of the building throughout the day. But the main thing is that the kids will be downstairs. Now, obviously, that's only a half a day, because every afternoon is going to be a trip. And that means that usually by 12:15, 12:30, we're out of the building. Because we have to be back in the building before 3:30 to get the kids back on the bus so they could be home between 4 and 5 o'clock. The first day, and maybe even the second day, they always come late. So camp starts at 9:30, camp never starts until 10 o'clock. The first day is always a disaster. And that's why we established the person that's going to be in charge. Who did you say was in charge of the bus? Simon. Oh, Shimon's going to be in charge of the bus. So that means that Shimon's phone is going to start ringing at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's going to start ringing. Hello? Why you not come yet? I'm waiting. It's still 4 a.m. I know, I have to go to work. Already, I have to go to work. And from 4 in the morning until 4 in the evening, his phone is going to be ringing. Why you didn't pick up my kid yet? And we were outside, we missed you, how'd you miss me? And in fact, 10 families are going to come and drop off the kids. They're going to say what type of campus this is, and how come you didn't pick me up? And we said we did, and they said they didn't. And this is the way it is. And like this is 18 winter camps going. This is what happens. It's nothing new. Okay, so just be patient, just smile and say it's good to see you. Can I offer you a coffee? Would you like a donut? And so on and so forth. That's pretty much the way it is. By the way, yeah. So it's negeh that you understand. Like, the camp's not organized. The camp is organized. It's Kisidon. Don't worry about it. That's the way camp runs. It's just the way it is. Such a small camp with busing gets worked. Even in camp in the summertime, it takes 3-4 days till the busing gets worked out. In the greatest of camps in Queens and day camps, I watched it in other camps with 500 kids and 12 buses. It's umeglet that the kids should come on time. So the first day will be most crazy. After that, it gets easier. But the truth is that as soon as the kids come, we start the program. And on the day out, I don't care if the kids don't come to camp at 12 o'clock on Monday. Camp ends at 3:30. We get the hay. Like this, the kids are off on the bus. They have to be on the bus by 3:30. The bus has to be out so they can be home. Okay. Otherwise, we move on the same thing on the trips. That wherever we go, if the kids are supervised entirely, if they have to go to the bathroom, just like in any other camp, you have to supervise them, you have to watch with them. One council will stay with the group, the other council will take the kid to the bathroom. There's no such thing as a kid, I'm old enough I could go alone, it's not. Then the kid wanders, disappears, goes outside, it's my neighborhood, I know, I saw my cousin, I saw my grandfather, I understand, I'm in the bathroom, I need to get a tissue at the 14th time. You understand these things, I don't need to tell you, but it's mamish negeh that we should be on top of it.
The two couples per month?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Shem.
I think so, yeah. We're gonna
We'll
have
explain them in a second exactly how.
They'll let them go through this. So that's what I'm concerned with. I'm concerned with the safety. I'm concerned with the getting to and from camp. Obviously, I arranged already with that council that every morning there'll be mazonis and coffee. He said it's going to be ala derech, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So we get that out in Albany. Everyone's going to get ala bayis, whatever they want to buy to eat, from shtickle mazonis and a cup of coffee, even cappuccino, even French vanilla, whatever you like. Every morning there's having koyach to start the camp kidduboy. That's pretty much where I'm at. I'll listen to the Bachrim that are in charge to say what they have to say. If anything else comes to mind, I'll tell it to you. I just want to thank you again for being a part of this. For some years we had a very hard time getting Bachrim for some strange reasons, and it's mamish appreciated that the Bachrim realize the Chashivas are doing this. And I want you to know, don't think for a second, because I deal with the Russians every day, and I deal with kids of all ages every day. You Pashit could change these kids' lives in 4 days. You already do it in release time. But Kaltemer, 4 days, they love you, they come, and Moichi and David and Chaim, and they don't forget about you. And they get older and they remember that they had an awesome time in winter camp. And the parents come back and they say, kids had such a great time. And that's why we have every year many parents that send their kids again a second time. I went through the list already. Half the parents were here in camp last year. I know the kids, and the geschmack kids, and they're wonderful families, and this is what we do for them. Adkan. I said enough, yeah? Any questions about what I said?
Beautiful. Okay,
Michael.
moving right on. As you mentioned that there was many kids here last year, that gives us a lot of, basically already a couple steps ahead of not starting them off from the ABCs. So all the things we did also